Hi everyone, Bill Bedouin with BandAMembers Solutions. Today's vlog series is about TheCoin. Now TheCoin is a digital device that allows you to carry 8 cards, from debit cards, credit cards, to loyalty cards, or even gift cards, all on one card. Now, we spent all last month, so a whole month, testing out TheCoin. TheCoin is actually quite convenient. When we averaged it, 50 locations, only 2 locations out of the 50 did not take it. Now what that means is the digital reader or the digital scanner that they used, the individual used at that store, just didn't want to take it or didn't recognize it as a card. Now as far as a individual taking the card for you, no questions were really asked. They just basically took it and scanned it. So I probably had one person actually ask, "Oh, hey, what's this?" To them, they actually thought it was a American Express black card, so they thought I was a high roller. But other than that, no one really questioned it. As far as the system, only 2, like I said, did not recognize it as a card. They multiple swipes, from slow swipe to swiping backwards, all of that, just didn't want to take it, which is not bad. So out of 50 locations, and that's a variety of different retail stores, restaurants, gas stations, even ATM machines. So pretty much all ATM machines took it, no problem. Restaurants, no problem. Actually, a hole-in-the-wall type store, a small store, actually took it without no problem. The only 2 places that actually did not work was actually in a movie theater and at a restaurant locally downtown here. But other than that, a wide variety. Now, while you take it, I do encourage you to, if you consider investing in the coin, that always have a backup card. Majority of us always have a backup card anyway, so that's usually a good thing to have. Now let's talk about the security of the coin. The coin is PCI compliant. Basically, it also has a 256-bit encryption on their database side. It also has a Bluetooth 128-bit encryption. Bluetooth side, because it's going to synchronize to your smartphone, and that's how that works. The coin comes in a nice cute box like this, and in that box you're going to find a coin card and a card reader. Okay, so as far as the app, you need to download that. The app is also secure. I'm going to really note right now that if you're considering this, or if you don't already have it set up, make sure you have a digit, a security code of some sort for your phone that you always have to use to get into your phone. The app, it also requires a secondary password to get in. Without it, you can't use the app. And their type of password is actually a tap process. You have to tap a code. So they walk you through that setup. So as far as user friendliness, is not that bad. But as far as security side, it's nice to know that they have a secondary backup and it doesn't work without it. You can't go beyond without having a security code put into it. And they do highlight that they require or recommend that you have a security code, a PIN digit, a password to get into your phone, just as a habit precaution. So as far as the security side, they are really up to par on making sure it's protective. When you look at it, as far as the card itself, you'll notice that there is no digits on the card. So that also kind of is a pro on my side when you come to understanding identity theft and how people are taking credit card information. A lot of us kind of take out the card while we're waiting in line, waiting to make a purchase, and a person behind us could easily take a snapshot, if not grab the information off the card, off of the face of the card. So it's nice to kind of get this card and know that there's nothing on here, especially when you go to restaurants. When you hand that card and that person takes your card and goes to the back or wherever they go to make, ring their transaction, they could easily write down the card number and get all the information you need. So on a security side, you don't have that SID number or the security number on the card. You don't have any of the numbers on the card itself. It's just really nice to know that it's well protected, at least on the face value side here. So on the security side, I definitely give it a thumbs up on that. They really thought everything through. Now, when you come to use your card, and if you set it up the first time, it's going to ask you, do you want to lock your card? As you can kind of see, if I activate it by pressing this button right here, it's an unlock. It only unlocks when your phone is within distance, Bluetooth, usually within 15 to 30 feet, depending on the obstruction. That's the signal radius. And once your phone is recognized, it'll go ahead and go to the card of default card of choice. You could actually cycle through all the different cards. I got a Speedway card, so a loyalty card there. I could go through Orange Leaf card. Once again, membership loyalty card. And you could actually name and kind of give a description of what that card is. Now, if I go to a Visa card, that's what it's going to tell me. I know which one that is, and all it's going to display is the last 4 digits and the expiration date. So that's all that you need actually to make a transaction, which is once again really nice and secure in that sense. The card coin itself holds 8 cards. Once again, that could be anywhere from credit cards, debit cards, gift cards, loyalty cards, any card that has a stripe, magnetic stripe like this, because you're going to be basically grabbing your card reader, connecting it to your smart device, and adding the cards that way. Now, when we talk about durability and reliability, the card itself, it has a magnetic strip. It's like any other card. You definitely don't want to throw it in the pool. It's not waterproof completely. It is water resistant. And the durability is the same as any other card when it comes to the magnetic strip as per a swipe. And the only downfall as far as long-term use is that this requires a battery. This is a Bluetooth technology, so that also uses battery, but they have a specific technology that limits the use of battery use when it comes to powering the display and also the Bluetooth. The average use, and this is basically using it 5 times a day, you're going to get out of it is 2 years. 2 years, not bad. However, the cost is around $149 retail, maybe $99 on sale if you find it on sale from time to time. $149 is what you really have to kind of swallow and say, you know, for the convenience factor, security factor, it's nice to have, but is it worth every 2 years or so to purchase and get a new card based off the battery dying out on you? So that's one thing you're going to really have to weigh in. I hope in the future here that the company continues to grow with it. However, I hope they find a way to include some type of warranty replacement plan or something like that that will allow you to get a coin replacement with no additional cost. So hopefully that comes out in the next few years or so. But as far as the usage and security, I really appreciate it. I like it. I feel more comfortable handing my card to someone at a restaurant and whatnot as they go away to make a purchase, fulfill the transaction, that they're not getting anything out of this except for this information here. User friendliness. Once again, app is free, so download the app. You get your smartphone, you hook up your card reader, and the app is really nice to use. It basically stores all your card information here. You have to get in with a tap security code. All you have to do is tap right here to add a new card. You get credit card, debit card, gift card, or other. Once you have other, all you need to do is swipe the card. And once that is done, click down here, tap on sync, and you're syncing with your card. That's how you get all your card information on here. I have had multiple devices with the Coin app. Right now, it is set on this smartphone, so no other smartphone or any other device with the Coin app can pick it up as far as wiping the information or anything like that. So that once again is well thought of. The Coin itself is, so far when we go out and take it with you, it is really nice to have. It's convenient. I give it that. Security, once again, it's nice to note that the numbers are not on the face. It gives me more sense of security, and at the same time, since it's digital, you can track it with the app. You could see where it's been. You could actually go online to your portal and actually look for it that way. You could actually shut it down as far as reporting it theft or stolen. But you still want to practice the same procedures you would normally by contacting the bank or whatnot, just in case. That's just recommendation, but at least for a digital side, it's easier to control where it is and to disable it. As far as other cards, analog cards, if you will, you have to contact the bank right away, and just you're waiting weeks at a time until you get your new card. This one gives you a little bit more control in that scenario. No matter what, though, I do recommend that if you do take the coin, don't let that be the only card that you carry. Have a backup card. That's my recommendation. You're still, no matter what, with a regular analog card, credit card, debit card, what have you, you still have a backup, because there are some places that just don't take that card for some reason, or just didn't swipe properly because the magnetic strip didn't work, and you end up taking out a secondary card to make the purchase. So you still want to have at least a secondary card with you. So in my wallet, though, however, I've reduced it to just driver's license, this, and a secondary card. That's really all I carry, minus, the health insurance cards, all that stuff. So everything else that you put in here, 8 is a good number. I mean, if you think about it, rewards or loyalty cards, all that is stored at the vendor's location or their database system. All you have to do is enter a phone number. So that really eliminates that side of your wallet or purse. So if you have these cards, get rid of them. Majority of these retail stores have it stored for you, so you don't need these cards. And you'll see actually majority of the cards use kind of like a barcode. They don't use the magnetic strip, so it's kind of pointless to keep carrying all of these along with your coin. So just keep that in mind. If you really want to downgrade the amount of credit cards and debit cards, then that's the best way of doing it. Looking at it, 2 different views. One on the business side, wanted to really look at how I could use this on a business side, and it comes down to any company that has business credit cards or business debit card that they hand out for staff to handle expenses or whatnot. Tell you what, I'd rather go this route. I know where it is, I could track it, and if that person misplaced it or lost it, it's easier to find and shut down if need be, versus just a regular company card. So that's one good value on a business side. On a consumer side, it's just really outweighing the organization of how many cards you have to the value or price of one card that carries it all, that you have to replace more likely every 2 years. So just keep that in mind, that it's not a free card. You don't get this through your bank. You get it through Coin. Retail $149. I actually ended up picking it up on sale for $99. So sometimes you might find some sales here and there. Security-wise, I do actually like this a little bit more better than a regular credit card or debit card. So kind of keep that in mind as well, out of experience. And a ratio between the amount of, here in Holland, Michigan, we're looking at 50 stores for the whole month that I went out, and only 2 didn't take it. So that's quite impressive in my books, not too bad. So there's some things you just have to get used to with it, as far as making sure that if it's locked, it has to see the phone right away before you could go through and select the card you want. That might be an inconvenience factor for anyone who is not that tech savvy and knows on how to use their phone. You can have it automatically unlock, but that puts you at a security risk if you mistakenly left it somewhere where anyone who basically touches it and it's not locked, it goes directly to a card of choice, and they easily could make purchases. So that's one of the few things you have to kind of go through, understand your habits, understand how you want to use it, and determine the best way of using it. So once again, on the business side, great way to track it and have your staff who use it assign specific cards for their purpose and for their use. Consumer side, it's a great way to kind of clean up your purse or your wallet and have everything on here as far as credit cards, debit cards, or loyalty cards or membership cards. So hopefully that kind of gives you an insight to the coin. Look forward to any questions you may have, so make sure you post that for me. I'll answer them accordingly. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Bill Batter and BandTech Solutions. Have a great day.